We started our trip at Habitas in Tulum for a couple of nights. Hands down, one of the most beautiful places we have ever stayed. But you can see the full details for that vlog here in the best place we have ever stayed, Habitas Tulum. After leaving Tulum, we headed to the Real Coconut on the beach. Just a quick disclaimer here. If you have watched any of my travel videos before, you will know I'm big on healthy eating. And when I travel, I like to keep my healthy eating going. So I always look out for restaurants that do vegan, gluten-free, paleo, etc. So we left Habitas today and we're staying like inside of in Tulum, and this place is called Los Amigos, and it's just like an Airbnb, like a little apartment, and it's pretty basic and it's right in Tulum, so you get a little bit more of a traditional feel for Tulum itself, which is excellent. So super basic, but everything you need, and I'll show you the rooftop pool. Coffee, heaps of everything you need, cups, everything, so you can kind of cook at home, stay here for a little bit longer. There's bikes, there's an electric car. What else? There's a cute dog called Benny, and yeah, it's really central, so, and good price too, but I'll leave a link to that in the description box to this video. I'm gonna go for a quick swim. The next place we were staying was called Los Amigos Tulum. This was out of the hotel section of Tulum, along the beach and out past the town section of Tulum itself. This place is pretty well located and you can use bikes here to get in and out of town, and it has a rooftop pool. Hours of fun for a small beach town kid like myself. Later that night, it was so nice to walk around and experience some of the real Tulum. As I mentioned earlier, this was our second time to Tulum, and this place is super touristy. But being here at this sort of annual fair that we found, it literally felt like we were the only tourists. A nice piece of authenticity out of the hotel section. Okay, so this place is definitely worth mentioning, but I don't think my pronunciation is good enough to properly mention it. But here goes. Cetli Cetli? I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's probably Cetli. Is a must to dine at if you are ever in Tulum. The interior is incredible, it's totally candlelit, and the food is very authentic. This is where you can try mole, which is a traditional Mexican sauce, but it's also Mexico's national dish. P.S. You have to get a margarita from here. The next day it was cenote time. Coming from a beach town in Australia, it is fair to say that we are water-based activity obsessed. And when we first came to Tulum in about 2012 or 13, we discovered the cenotes and couldn't believe what we had found. So of course we spent a majority of our time trying to find new cenotes. Because we were supposed to have a cenote day and it's now like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. We went to one, the Grand Cenote, which we've been to before, and it can get really busy, so we thought we'd go there early. And then Jeff put my snorkel in poo. So I got really grossed out and wouldn't put the snorkel on, so I jumped in and jumped out. Just gonna see if we can find one that's not too crowded, has sunlight, because a lot of them are underground. You have to like pay to go in and then take stairs down and under into the cave, and they're still amazing, but we kind of want to be able to hang out and lie in the sun. That's right. And dive in and just, yeah, chill out. Yeah. And because Tulum is so saturated and busy right now, well, it is all the time, it's getting busier and busier. We're quite shocked by how busy it is since we were last here. We're trying to find one that's probably a bit more chilled out, which means we may have to go cenote hunting tomorrow and drive like a couple of hours out towards like Merida or Carmen del Playa or wherever. But yeah, we'll keep you posted. Cenote Crystal is actually one of 2 cenotes. The other cenote, Cenote Escondido, which is connected underground, is on the other side of the highway. Cenote Crystal, the one you can see here, is so good for swimming, snorkeling, and you can scuba dive here, but to do so, I believe you have to be cave certified. We love this one because there are a lot of local families hanging out, and again, not overrun by tourist buses like some of the others. Man, I sound like such a hypocrite saying that. There is also a lot more room to hang out and just cruise. And this guy clearly thought so too. Now someone please tell me, is this a tarantula? In the comment section below, if you know what this is, you have to tell me. I know you can't tell the size of this spider here, but it was big. And people think we have scary animals in Australia. Next up, it was time to check out Laguna de Can Lum. Again, I am so sorry if my attempt at Spanish is offensive. Sometimes I hate myself too. This place is pretty unique as it is a cenote inside of a lagoon, and I loved it. But as you can see, we didn't catch it on the best conditions. This is what it can look like. We didn't swim again, we just hung out, mostly with this stray cat. Of course, these places are part of the jungle, so there are a lot of mozzies and bugs, but please don't spray insect repellent or wear sunscreen or makeup in the cenotes. Try and buy natural biodegradable sunscreen before you visit the cenotes. These are sensitive ecosystems that are already under a lot of pressure. It has been advised that you even shower before entering a cenote. That night we headed to Azulik Tulum for dinner. If you have ever Googled accommodation in Tulum, I'm sure you have seen this place come up. The architecture is insane. It seriously is like being in an adult version of a treehouse where there are copious amounts of alcohol. Now, to be fair, this place is beautiful, but it wouldn't be a travel vlog if I wasn't honest about the food. That would be sponsored content, right? So here is the honesty. The food wasn't that great, especially for the price you were paying, which I think may have something to do with them still paying off the architecture design firm that created it and not the chefs. More food again. This time it was raw love for brekkie. Vegan, fresh, and you guessed it, raw. It was great, except for the moody waitress. It's okay, I once worked in customer service too. I don't blame you. Our last cenote for the trip was Casa Cenote. This cenote was like none of the others I have swam in. It was open and long and quite a unique experience swimming through crystal clear water along mangroves. This cenote has a direct connection to the ocean, which is just across the road from the main entrance. So this cenote is a mix of both freshwater and saltwater fish that live here. We're leaving Tulum. And though it's changed heaps since we were last here, we're actually feeling a little bit sad, aren't we?
Yeah.
Fuck, you're a dickhead sometimes. So we like last minute booked these tickets to Cirque du Soleil show because there's a resident Cirque du Soleil show here just up between Playa del Carmen and Tulum. And Jeff's never seen Cirque du Soleil because he's like loves all that stuff. So as I was saying before, my SD card ran out, which happens a lot. We're now leaving Tulum and we're flying to Puerto Escondido tomorrow, and we're racing down the highway to catch a Cirque du Soleil show, as you do when you're in Mexico. It is a bit dark, or whatever. It's night time. Anyway, Tulum was amazing. It has changed so much. But yeah, super excited to see. Oh, by the way, Jeff decided to tell me that the cenote we were in today, which is the cenote that crosses over from that's right next to the ocean, actually mixes with the salt water, had a crocodile in it. And the guy that took our money, the guy before we went in, told him but didn't tell me. And I actually said to him while we were swimming, I was like, oh, this feels very crocodile-y because there's all mangroves. And then he said he saw it when I started to swim away.
It's only a little one. Little baby one.
We obviously weren't allowed to film any of the Cirque du Soleil show, but it was amazing as always. If you get the chance to see it anywhere in the world, you must go. Oh, and this is technically not Tulum. I thought I would include it as most of the time you will find yourself in Cancun to get in and out of Tulum. And we found this great cafe for breakfast called Vegan Planet. Super healthy and of course vegan. We went there twice. As always, thank you so much for watching this and getting this far through my video. I really appreciate it. I hope it helped you plan your trip to Tulum. As always, respect the locals and most importantly, the environment you are visiting. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Adios!